Hello everyone, welcome back to Math Mode. Today we have an interesting equation. We have x to the 6th power minus 4 equal to 0. And on the first side, this equation is easy one because we have x to the 6th power, we can bring this 4 on the right and we can find our x's. But as you know, we have 6 right here, so we will have no more than 6 roots, so we will have 6 roots right here. So let's try to find. First of all, we can write it x to the 6th power as x cubed to the 2nd power, so x cubed to the 2nd power. And these 4 we can write as 2 square, so minus 2 square equal to 0. And we all know the formula, difference of squares, so a minus b times a plus b, so we can write it as a formula. So we will have x cubed minus 2 and times x cubed plus 2 equal to 0. And right here we have a third power. And moreover, we need to know a really good formula. So we need to know the formula of the sum of cubes and difference of cubes. First of all, we write this formula: a cube plus b cube. We will have our case a plus b and times a square minus ab and plus b square. So this is the formula, the sum of cube. And we need to know the formula difference of cube: a cube minus b cube. We will have our case, we will have a minus b, and this sign will be different: a square plus ab and plus b square. So this is the formula that we need right here. So we need this formula. So why we need this formula? Because we write these parentheses as difference of cube, but in our case we need to create cube right here, but we have 2. So let's write these parentheses as x cube. But these 2 we can write as cube's root of 2 to the 3rd power. And this will be the same as this parenthesis, And let's do the same thing. Let's use the same logic: x cube minus cube's root, or right here plus cube's root of 2 to the 3rd power equal to 0. So as you can see, this parenthesis is the same as this one on the left. And this parenthesis is the same that this parenthesis. So this is the same, but let's use right here our formula: sum of cubes and difference of cubes. So let's start with difference, because right here we will have this parenthesis. We will have our case. We will have a long product: x minus cube's root of 2. This is our a, this is our b, this is our a, this is our b. So let's use this formula: difference of cubes, and times a parenthesis. So we will have x square plus x cube's root of 2 and plus cube's root of 2 square. So as you can see, this is our formula. So we just use our formula right here. And times this parenthesis, this is the sum of cubes. We will have our next case. We will have times x plus cube's root of 2 and times x square minus x cube's root of 2 and plus cube's root of 2 to the 2nd power equal to 0. So as you can see, we have a long product, so we have 4 parentheses. So it's not hard to see that this parenthesis equal to 0, or this one, and or the last one. So let's start with this parenthesis. First parenthesis, and we need to solve this equation. So we will have x minus cube's root of 2 equal to 0. And it's not hard to see that x equal to cube's root of 2. This is our first root. So as you can see, we find our first root. This root is in real number. So I write r right here. This is real number root. As you can see, take a look. We have a really good parenthesis right here. So let's solve this as well, and we will have the second root real quick. We will have x plus cube's root of 2 equal to 0. And it's not hard to see that x second equal to minus cube's root of 2. And as you can see, we find our second root. And we need to solve this or this one. Let's start with, let's try to solve this parenthesis. So I write this right here. We'll have our next root. Let's solve this equal to 0. What we will have? We will have that x square plus x cubes root of 2 and plus cubes root of 2 to the second power equal to 0. So let's try to solve this equation. It's not hard to see that this is quadratic equation, because right here we have square, and right here we have this is our a, and this is our b to the second power. This is our b square. So let's write our a, b, and c. So a equal to 1, b equal to cubes root of 2, and c equal to 2 to the power 2/3. 2 to the power 2/3. And let's solve it using our formula. So right here we will have x, 3, and 4, because we will have right here first and second. Right here we will have x, 3, and 4. So let's solve it. We will have our formula. Minus b, we will have cubes root of 2, plus minus square root of interesting difference. We will have cubes root of 2 to the second power minus 4 times 2 to the power 2/3. 2 to the power 2/3, and dividing all these by 2. And let's simplify this. I write this on the top. We will have right here, I simplified this real quick. We will have our case. If you simplify this, if we divide this by 2, and if we simplify this under our square root sign, we will have our answer. So what we will have? We will have minus cubes root of 2 dividing by 2, and plus minus square root 2 to the power 2/3 minus 4 times 2 to the power 2/3, and dividing by 2. And if we simplify this, we will have our answer, that our roots will be the next one. It will be equal to, we will have our case, minus 1 dividing by 2 to the power 2/3. If we divide this by 2, and if we add or subtract our powers, we will have this one, and of course plus minus. Right here, if we subtract it, we will have minus 3, because right here we have 2 to the power 2/3 minus 4 to the power 2/3. We will have minus 3 to the power 2/3. And we all know that minus square root of minus 1 will be equal to I square root of 3. And if we subtract this power from this one, we will have 2 to the power 2/3. So as you can see, we find our roots right here. So this will be our roots 5 and 6. This will be our root 5 and 6. So as you can see, x, 5, and 6 will be equal to 1 dividing by 2 to the power 2/3, and plus minus I cubes root of 3, and dividing by 2 to the power 2/3. So this is our x, 5, and 6. And this will be our x, 3, and 4. This one, with this plus minus. So we have our answer. This is the first one in real numbers. This is the second one in real numbers. This is our x3 and x4 in complex number, and this is our the same but in complex number as well. So as you can see, this is to this equation, and this is to this equation. This is the same, so we just need to take away this minus from here. So really interesting equation. So if you still have any question, write a question in a comment, write your suggestion in a comment. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, putting thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and see you in the next videos.